Our meditation for today is based on two of the Sanskrit syllables, and these are very sacred syllables. From an Advaita Vedanta perspective, these syllables are worth meditating upon, it's worth contemplating upon, and it has the potential to lead us to the highest realization, the ultimate realization of who we are and the true identity of all our perceptions. So these are sacred syllables, Sanskrit syllables called as so and hum. And many of us might have heard it and it might have been used in different contexts. But here we are going to look at it from a non-dual Advaita Vedanta perspective and contemplate on its meaning and how we can use it for our daily meditation. So first, try to um, try to seat yourself in a kind of a meditative posture, and as much as possible keep your spine straight, and you can also take a couple of deep breaths, relax the body, relax the mind, let go of all past thoughts, any lingering present thoughts or plans for future. So we are going to need a very subtle and focused mind because we are meditating on one of the most profound and potential statements, potential mantra, potential awakening mantra. So when we look at just the basic aspect of these Sanskrit syllables, they seem like any other syllables. But what this requires us is to really understand what they really mean and to be able to meditate on its meaning. So these syllables are so and hum. So first let us try to understand what they mean. So here represents the divine, so represents the universal being, the cosmic being, the ultimate creator, the one who is not limited, who is omnipresent, omnipotent. And hum represents my limited identification, who I think I am, who I assume myself to be. So this, my feeling of who I am is that of being a limited being, human, at the most identified with body or the mind or the intellect. Now, when we put together these statements, this thing, it becomes what is called as a great statement, mahavakya. There are several such mahavakyas in Advaita Vedanta. Ayam Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahma Asmi, Tattvamasi. These are all deep, profound statements. But what they're implying is ultimately the same. That I, in essence, am nothing but the divine itself. I am that. I am that ultimate reality. I am that pure consciousness. I am that expansive, undreamed of, and non-perceivable by the senses or non-deductible through the mind. That supreme, ultimate essence of myself, the supreme essence of the creation or the creator. So this whole world that I perceive is made of nothing but that stuff of Sat Chit Ananda, or existence, consciousness, and pure bliss. And this, in this essence, in this nature of who I am, I'm not different from the essence of what we deduce as the creator or the ultimate causation of this universe. So whether we take it as nature or God, the ultimate essence of that universal, all-powerful, omnipresent being is consciousness. Just as how the wave is not different from the ocean in its essence. The wave is made of water. The ocean is also made of water. In appearance, the wave seems small and the ocean seems huge. But the essence of both of the wave and the ocean is water. Similarly, the essence of me, essence of my, what I consider to be the small me, is this pure consciousness, awareness. If I'm not aware, I cannot perceive the world. I cannot know anything else. Just as how when I'm in deep sleep, I'm not aware of anything that exists beyond me. So let us take a few minutes to mentally say this mantra and realize that its deeper significance, its purport of what it is trying to convey is that what I've identified myself to be as this body, as this intellect, and all the different identifications I give myself as a son, a brother, maybe a father, or a manager, a artist, or whatever, of being an Indian, American, Australian, whatever, These are all mental identifications. The reality of who we are is not any of this, because all of this can change. All of this these are not constant. When you identify yourself as a manager, you don't really kind of have to think that I I was a father in the morning, I was a brother, or I was a whatever roles we have identified with. Am I that or am I this? No, you naturally identify yourself as being a father at your house or a um, manager in your work. But that I that you identify with is common. The essence of that I, the essence of my true nature is not different. So, so let us now try to meditate on this mantra with this understanding. When I say so, I realize that the essence of that infinitude, that unsurpassable, undivided one being, the essence of that is nothing but that same essence as myself. So I am that. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that divine consciousness. I am that ultimate reality. I am that which precedes causations, anything that is caused. Even before that, I exist because I am one with that divine undivided principle from which everything seems to have emerged. So, I am the divine. I am that pure consciousness. It is said that even in every breath we take, every exhalation and inhalation, we are unconsciously, physiologically, the vibration of these mantra is being repeated. So we can also combine the repetition of this mantra with watching our breath and feeling that with every breath we are chanting so. I am that pure consciousness. I am that universal consciousness. I am the essence of everything that I perceive, everything that I can imagine, everything that I can intellectually deduce. The essence of that is myself. That sense of I, me, I always have experiential recognition. And the sense of this universal being, I feel, is a sense of imagination. But yet, I perceive something to be more than me. So when I combine this experiential realization of who I am with this perception and imagination of something beyond, then I realize that there is nothing that exists except for this consciousness. This consciousness is the essence of who I am, and this consciousness is the essence of everything that I perceive. Just like how a dreamer dreams different characters, different places, different uh, objects. But yet, when he wakes up, he realizes that everything was his own mind. Everything was himself, really. Similarly, everything, including me, including the people in our lives, including the places, the objects, everything that we see, the sky, the stars, the rivers, the mountains, the buildings, the cars, vehicles, everything. The essence of their reality, the essence of their being is based on this consciousness. So, this is the most conducive meditation for the awakening of non-dual realization, Advaitic knowledge, Advaitic Jnana. Ramana Maharshi says, if we have to meditate at all, then let us meditate on the sacred syllables of so. So, um, so, um, I am that. I am that divine consciousness. I am the essence of everything in this universe. It is not just the I as an egoic I. It is that I of that pure essence of my being. It is not just the I of who I identify myself in my day-to-day life. It is the I that stays through all stages of our life, as a youth, as a child, as a baby. It was all, the sense of I-ness was always there. My roles might have changed, my physical appearance might have changed, my skills might have changed, my capacity to do things might have changed, but that I has not changed. That I is who I am. That I is nothing but this cosmic identity of universe, this cosmic being, the essence of this cosmic being. So let us contemplate and meditate for a few more minutes silently using the syllable and also watching our breath. With every exhalation and inhalation, we can chant this divine mantra. So let us take a last minute to completely relax the mind and just to enjoy that presence of our own being, that witness of our breathing, the witness of our thoughts, feelings, the witness of our own perceptions, that identity of who I am doesn't require the intellect or the senses to know who I am. It is always experienced. Parokshanubhuti is always there, directly experienced. We just have to feel it. We just have to intuitively try to realize that we are that. When the mind goes out to thoughts, to feelings, to perceptions, then we identify with that. But when the mind comes inward, it realizes its true essence. So let us just enjoy the true essence of our own being, which is ever experienced, that self, the highest self, the true self, the true being of our own nature or our own identity. The world, the people, the places, the objects, everything appears in this. This is the only reality for us. The sense of my awareness, my consciousness is the only reality. Everything else is just name and forms that appear on this substratum of my being. They come and go, but I don't come and go. My awareness is always there. Not just in waking, even in my dreaming and deep sleep. This awareness is constantly there. That is why when I wake up, I realize that I had a good sleep or I was sleeping. Right now, we don't recognize this awareness. We only identify with our waking state. But this awareness is the essence of ourselves. This is the essence of everything in the world. So hum, so hum. Om Asatoma Satkamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Kamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Maintain this awareness, maintain this connection with your own true self, with your own inner being. Doesn't need to be always in meditation. Even when we are active, we can be in the presence of our own being, our own self. We don't need to conceive, conceptualize, or think about this because it's always directly experienced. Except that we feel that we are this body, we are this identification. But every time we feel that, we have to bring ourselves back to this pure, bare consciousness, awareness, from which everything else, every other concept of who we are arises. So hold on to this awareness, the basic awareness of who we are. Then let everything come and go in that. We can think, we can be active, but yet we don't have to get lost in all the pursuits and all the activities completely. We can maintain some degree of that presence, awareness of our true being, true self. Namaste.